Since the creation of film, there have been many movements and styles that have come into fruition. In this breakdown, I'll dive into how the German Expressionist movement has had a massive impact on the Hollywood we all know today. German Expressionism originated at the beginning of the 20th century and consisted of artists, writers and thinkers who all reacted to the bourgeoisie culture in pre-World War II Germany. They all wanted to show their lives, but through metaphor and symbolism. The movement became incredibly popular in the 1920s, and so it eventually found its way to the rest of Europe and even America, but through an unlikely new art form. German Expressionism took a strong hold of German cinema with its distorted visuals and unrealistic settings. This can be seen in popular Expressionist films such as the sci-fi classic Metropolis and the horror The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, both of which came out in the 1920s. More common traits are its black and white look, its ominous music, and its harsh shadows and lighting. All of these can be found in popular American film genres that we all know today. Take a look at Hitchcock's Psycho. Its music, its use of lighting, and of course its black and white film. All of it resembles that of a German Expressionist movie. Even Fritz Lang's Metropolis, released in 1927, went on to inspire Blade Runner 60 years later. Ridley Scott's classic consistently uses strong shadows and ominous music. Now, with the likes of Hitchcock and Scott taking notes of the movement, there is another director who pays homage in almost all of their work. Tim Burton is an American filmmaker and is known for his dark, gothic and eccentric fantasy films such as Batman, Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands, all of which have been heavily influenced by German Expressionism. It's believed that these influences originated from where Expressionism can first be found in American cinema, Universal Studios and their horror movies. One of them, Frankenstein, shares similar story tropes with Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands, both being the story of a misunderstood monster who lives in a Gothic-like castle and is feared by angry townspeople. Many other German Expressionist films have also found their way into Burton's filmography. For example, the use of machinery in Metropolis and Edward Scissorhands, The Castle on the Hill with Nosferatu and Edward Scissorhands, and The Metropolis Robot and Edward Scissorhands. Traces of Expressionism can be found all across the art form, from horror to sci-fi, to acclaimed directors to well-known movies. The visuals play a massive part in distinguishing German Expressionist movies. You can find them in almost any of Tim Burton's works and throughout American cinema. I believe the impact and the legacy of German Expressionism will continue to live on in Hollywood for a long, long time.